But if they did fix the price, then that means people aren't going to be able to get their Santa title as easily if they didn't have it already. Only want 15k spirit. But I flipped quite a few of those candy canes. Flipped quite a few. Made way more than the flips costed me. Good deal. Good on you. I didn't know they were going to fix it like that. I would have sure been willing to warn some peeps to help them out. Because now if you don't do it, you probably won't have that title without dropping you some serious money value this time. La 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 la. I'm happy people were able to get some of that title out before it was too late. Because hundreds of millions is a lot to toss at a simple title, but still, cool title. Top Secret Santa, pretty nifty. Especially in a game where there actually is Santa. Yeah, those super inflated prices. Like, it made those candy canes very volatile. And so they were both selling and buying at 100k. I heard them buying at as low as 30k, as low as 40k and 60k. I bought them at 100k, and then I turned around and sold them for 1 million. Just some simple economics, my friend. Gotta get the economy booming. I say that, I hurt the economy by doing that, I know. I made that thing 1 million. But it was calling itself 100 million. So I feel like I was really giving people a better price direction than a bend of 100 million from 40k. But that first day, if you just bought them at 100k and turn around and put them up for 1 million, there were people easily throwing 1 million at it just to have it to turn in for that 200 million. And so that's what I did. You know, made me a nice chunk of change. But that's what I love about being able to play with the free market. Name your price. And if people like the price and they're willing to pay it, have you done them any wrong? Absolutely not. Now, if I had said the thing was worth 1 million, and that you should be paying 1 million for it, then maybe there'd be a problem. But all I did was list it and give them the option to freely choose to buy it. So it was powerful, powerful moment indeed. Well, about ready. About 180 wrapper left, and then I can pop and see what my 100 presents are. They better be good. I better get me a gold one. But if I get anything but a gold, they're just going to get stacked until Christmas. Yeah, some noob probably thought they really hit it big time. They're probably sitting there like, oh, I bought this 100 million gold object for just 1 million, I'm so good. But that's on them for thinking that. That's naivete there. Anyone who's messed with the market long enough knows you should do a little bit of looking. Because I knew already when those things came out, they weren't going to be selling for 100 million. Not how often I was seeing people trying to pop up with one and be like, oh my god, I got one. It's like, alright, well, you and 15 others just right here, just now. So let's give that a bit. I don't think we're holding a 100 million object. I think we're holding a maybe 1 million. I could see it leveling around there, but I think it's going to tank. I think we're going to be seeing these things at like 20k and under. Just due to saturation. But if that's what happens, it just is what it is. I'm just here for a good time. Yeah, trying to put 100 million price tag on an object that has an insanely good drop chance. it's doomed to fail. It's like I could see if you want it to be that, like, make it, if you're going to do that, make it the way you can't sell it for any cheaper. But I wouldn't do that to every object in the game. What's up?
I kind of think they did that to... I think they went over the top intentionally on that. To, like, I don't know what the 100% the purpose would be. Maybe to prevent, like, people kind of selling it for whatever, so... Maybe to keep people from selling them off the rip or something. I don't know, because obviously, if you turned in, like, 20,000 wrapping paper, you were getting, like, 6 of them. So, I mean, obviously something was up with it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm about to hit 40k wrapping paper right now so I can turn and get some boxes, which I'm not going to open them, so I won't know how many I'll end up with, but... I was taking those things because I was buying them on the Grand Exchange last night for about 100k each, and then I turned around and put them back on the Grand Exchange for 1 million each, and they were popping hot. People were getting those things 1 million each, like, super quick. I say super quick. Every couple of minutes for something that was so crazily priced, it was nice how quickly they were selling, despite how big that weird 100 million is. I just put them at 1 million. I don't know if I could have gotten more than 1 million out of it, but I was putting them at 1 mil. And they were selling. As well as selling to me for 100k. So people were putting them out on the auction house for as low as 100k at least, and they were buying them on the auction house for as much as 1 million at least. So I banked on that. I was taking that and running with it. Because these are the things I look for. Like, whenever I was grinding on that Final Fantasy event, is because during the Gold Saucer thing, where they was giving you points for every Gold Saucer thing you did, I was taking all those things and buying these Hades Bardings, and those things were very popular, but it did tank the pricing of them a bit. They used to be worth millions, now they were worth like $500,000, and I was able to pop those things into the market board for maybe, they ended up selling around 330k is where they were pretty stable. So I was making that much gold off of each one, and I just kept popping that. And it wasn't even a major item for the event. It was just a tradable item that was part of the shop, and so people wanted it. I don't know why they weren't buying it, because it only took 50 tokens to buy it from that little shop I was getting. But they were willing to pay 300k plus gold for it, as opposed to going through the minor effort it took to earn it. And that's what I see it as being. It's like, if my time put into this can end up being extra gold because someone else didn't want to use up that time themselves, then I'll do it. And I consider that part of a fair trade. Is the item more expensive than what it shows in there? Yes. But that's because on there, it doesn't account for the time put into the item unless the players have already priced it around that to begin with, which they usually don't. There's not enough time to do that for a Christmas event, for instance. You can't figure out what the value of these candy canes need to be in a couple of days' time. Well, maybe after a couple of days, you could start to regulate it. But I think it takes a good week to a month to really see how many items get out there, because something may be a low drop chance, maybe a high drop chance. But if nobody's doing it, then that thing's not going to be out in the open, you know? So many things to consider. Oh, I'm at 40k. I'm going to see what type of presents I get. Noel, my little friend.
Let me go put your thing back up so I can watch.
I'm not opening them. I'm just buying them. Just buying the boxes.
What if you get 3 of the super cool ones? You're going to really have that self-control?
Yep, going to have to. Exchange paper. God dang, you won't believe it. I got ass. I actually got dicked on.
I changed like 30 something K yesterday. And yeah, you only got, what, 8? Of decent ones.
Well, I turned in 40k. I got 10 purple,
That's
108 blue, and 82 whites.
At least you got more blues than whites, though. At least that's.
Yeah, I got more blues than whites, but I find that a little upsetting.
Yeah.
Only 10 purple out of 100 presents. Wait a minute, how many presents did I get? 108, okay. 109. I got 200 presents. Did I miscalculate myself here?
Each present costs different amounts, though, so I don't know.
Oh, do they? Hey, well, that's even better. I thought I was only going to get 100 presents when I turned that in, and I got 200.
Yep, the presents, I want to say they cost different amounts when you turn them in. It's not like a set amount of presents. I know I looked it up before, and I want to say they say 100k is pretty much where you'll get like the best odds. That's a lot of fucking Christmas wrapping paper, dude.
I don't know how the odds matter there, man. 100k is
Well,
your cap.
It gives you
100k is
more.
the cap.
Oh, you can have more than 100k. It just does a second stack.
Ah,
Your
so it's a
currency
stacks
out-
of 100k.
Yeah. So you can do more than 100k, but the odds, because the more you have, the more likely it is for you to pull the higher end one. So like your odds for that are lower if you're turning in a lower amount of Christmas paper. Like it makes sense, but like I don't know if anyone knows how much that. Like if it's more of a cost situation or a like drop rate for that more intensive present, you know. I don't think no one really knows. So I think the 100k is probably just a guess where people have gotten lucky, the best luck out of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the odds are going to be... Because players think a lot of shit that's just not true. I was listening to a whole video on this stuff last night. It was funny as hell. And it was around Jagex and how they were dealing with, like... it was like an old Jagex moderator who used to handle stuff to do with, like, keeping people from cheating, you know, try to make preventative measures and stuff, and how they kept running into some huge errors that they had made that they had to correct because of the damage it caused to the game. And he was also talking about times when they used to ban players willy-nilly because they didn't really care. They're like, or the dude said, like, basically every time they came out with something, it brought in more players, so they didn't care who they banned. And then they had to become more scrutinized over banning later on because they started to lose a lot of player base. And then they noticed that the amount of bans they'd have to implement was even hurting their bottom line. I was like, there you go.
I'm probably part of that number.
It was just hilarious. The guy was being pretty straightforward about it, but he was saying, like, essentially when people say that they were banned for their behaviors, like how quickly they can click, and, you know, like some people were saying they were getting banned because they were botting, essentially, when they weren't botting. And he's like, no, if you were claimed to be a bot and we went through the metrics on it, you were a bot if we decided, hey, this is banned for being a bot. They said they could actually see the details well enough.
Okay, he says that, but I got banned for macroing, and by no means could I macro at 12 years old. No idea.
Well, macroing isn't quite the same as botting.
But a bot is a set of actions that's clicking off and going, so like...
But it's more sophisticated than a macro. You get in a lot more trouble for botting, essentially, than you will just a
macro. I got perma-banned for one thing of macroing. I might say macroing/botting. It might is what my ban might have said. Which they squashed it and took it away and said, yeah, you're right, you weren't doing that. But, like, it's just funny because I got banned for it. There's no possible way it should have ever been even considered that I was doing that. Because, again, I was like 12. No idea anything outside of just the game was going on, so...
I feel that, bro. Oh gosh, that's actually a lot.
But that's when I was looking into the real trading thing, people were saying that too. They were like, they really investigate this really hard. There was obviously something, like they looked and saw something that definitely was happening. I'm like, there wasn't nothing happening, bro. What the fuck? Oh.
Well, my understanding of it is, to a point, it is just automated. Like it takes a bit, like before a person would be looking into it. Like you basically, when you do the appeal, is when a person gets involved.
And I should have been and I apparently should have gotten a warning way before ever. Like they apparently do a warning for real life trading. But if you get a warning, they said you're probably gonna get banned. But I never even got a warning. It was just straight to a ban. They say you usually get a warning for it. And
actually, he did say something like that.
Is the auto detection system is what's giving you that warning, and then someone's going to look into it, and then they're going to ban you after that. Because you can get a warning and still get banned from that same thing that you get the warning on, because the warning's the auto detection system shooting you that warning, and then a moderator's about to look into that, and if they see evidence you did it, they're going to ban you.
Yeah, that sounds kind of accurate, but at the same time, I can't say that mods are always, you know, doing the right call, even to this day. I guarantee there's probably some hiccups.
That's human
some
error,
large ways.
Just lazy, or they see something and don't look. They're like you get used to seeing things that. Oh, I mean, like so. All right, this dude gained 200 mil. Looks like he just picked it up. Yeah, well, real life trading. But if you like look into it, it's like, oh wow, he just. I don't know, this ain't what happened to me, but like, oh wow, like seriously, like someone just accidentally dropped something there and he picked it up. Like that was just a freak accident. You know, someone didn't mean to drop something. I think that is what's happened to me. I think I accidentally dropped something of significant value and someone picked it up. I really think that is why I got a false ban. Because I was dropping shit that wasn't selling, and I was dropping shit and selling. I was like doing a mixture of both. My grand exchange was maxed out. Because I was dropping stuff that, like, the number value of it was inflated, so it was never going to sell for that much. So it seemed like I was dropping a couple mil, but really it wasn't even going to sell for a couple $100K. Did you ever try selling that mithril salvage that we're getting off those Scarabites, whatever?
Yeah, I sold all of the... Well, off the Scarabites, I think I was running my...
So
I was running my thingamajig on that, my spring cleaner.
My salvage would not sell, and I put it 50% off. And it wouldn't sell, and I had hundreds of it. I dropped that shit because I had like maybe 4 million worth of it, and I was trying to sell it for like 200K, and it wouldn't sell.
I basically just kept lowering their prices.
I just dropped it. Yeah.
Anything that I could get. Oh, I found it. I've been getting a lot more of these Christmas boosters now that I'm maxed on them, which is awesome. They give you over 2K.
Yeah, I noticed.
Paper.
Yeah.
All right, hell yeah, keep giving me those. But I just kept pricing down the mithril salvage until it sold. They did sell the ones that I had, but definitely nowhere near the price they were saying. I only barely got them to sell for more than what they were valued at, which still is good for me because that saved me a lot of money in high alching. Because I count the cost of every nature rune that I use as part of the value removed from that object. Because I am wasting a nature rune. So if I can avoid that, that's better.
Even funnier about the whole thing is, like, I was dropping shit that had some value to it just to clear up my bank because I was tired of it always being full. And now I wish I had that shit to actually sit and wait for it to sell.
Thank you for the lunch, Charlie.
I'm hoping I get on one day and I just have all my money back. But
well, I feel like you will. I mean, if you haven't done anything wrong, they can track it. Like, literally the big gist of what that guy was saying is that every bit of data on your count is tracked. Every single action you take is followed, and they can go back as far as they like. They just don't do that typically because there's not a lot of value in doing it. But he did say they were more than capable of doing it, and that they could take any metrics they needed to verify whether or not someone was cheating. He said they 100% do have the ability to see enough of the data to make sure as to whether or not you were. Getting someone freed up to do it is the big issue because of all the problems they have. He did say there's not nearly enough. Even if they hired 1,000 more people, he said it wouldn't be enough to cover the amount of things that they have to look into. He said that's why it's such a problem.
Old school moderators are clogged up more. Their cheating is heavily... Old school is a lot more extensive with when you cheat, they immediately look into it and investigate it right now. RuneScape 3 is kind of on the back burner for that because old school RuneScape's having a huge spike in cheating lately, so like it's really eating up a lot of their time. I saw some dude saying that. I didn't know how true that was, but I was like, it probably makes sense.
I could believe it. I know there was a huge thing when old school first came out because there was a J mod actually involved in the cheating and showing that he was actually supplying a guy and gave this dude, and this is a YouTube video, so you can look this up. It's already documented. But he basically gave this dude these things that were called scripts or notes or something that you can trade for 5 of whatever the object in the thing was. And he gave this dude like max test stacks of these things, including an insane number of Christmas crackers and stuff the dude should have never had access to or not own. And the dude had an insane number of them.
I didn't play with Christmas crackers. I never got a chance for any of that. I need to go fucking...
I didn't either, brother. I didn't start until maybe 2006. Might have been when I started playing RuneScape, or 2005.
I used to work with a guy that he was diehard on RuneScape. He had a pretty... I believe I actually saw him on the other day. I guess he's probably getting on for the Christmas event. Let me go see if he's on today. He actually has a Christmas cracker. He has a bunch of that shit. He has all that shit. He's been playing like since the very first RuneScape. So he made a new account for this version of RuneScape. He has, he was just on the other day. What's his name? He'll be on again because I've seen him on since this event. I saw him on yesterday, and I was like, holy shit, dude, I forgot he existed. But I used to work with him when I was in college, and he had, like, Christmas crackers and shit, dude. He had, like, that stuff.
Oh, I forgot to see if my thing was actually capturing you, but I don't think it is. Oh, maybe it is. Say something for me real quick.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I actually
okay.
think I did solve the thing where your stuff's not going to my stream. Maybe.
So, they can hear me on the stream, or they can't?
I think they can now, yes.
Okay, alright. I'll watch what I say then. But anyways, he has, like, all that... Yeah, he has
No,
all that
I mean,
stuff.
you're fine, brother.
Yeah, but it was pretty nuts. I wonder
Thank
what...
you,
I want to know what
Matt
his
RS. Thank
wealth...
you. I was
I
trying
want
to
to know what
fix
his
that.
wealth is.
Yeah, well.
I need, if he gets on him, I ask him, because like he had all those things. He saved all of them. He said he knew what was gonna happen and stuff like that. This guy's also 40.
Well, they did.
So,
They
like,
did tell people what was going to happen. Like when old school RuneScape first turned into RuneScape 2, you had like this option between your items going to the new version, which almost everyone did, and keeping your items onto the older version, which some players did choose to do. Very few. Which is why the items circulating around that dude and his circumstance became so insanely like, this dude's cheating, because there's no way he would have had that many of those items. And this dude even came out to brag about having those items, and you know, it just kind of showed you what was going on. But he was being kind of funded by a
Don't tap
J-mod.
out on your friends list.
Do I have what?
Don't tap out.
I don't know what that means. So probably,
Like, is that
not.
is that a guy that you have on your friends list?
No.
I wonder if that's him.
My friend, this is pretty empty.
Let me go look. Yeah, I've had a few logging in, and I'm like, holy crap! I know one of them's him because I remember getting on. Let me go look. I'll be able to tell if it's him if I go look up his stuff, because he had everything maxed out. He's a maxed account.
Oh damn! So we're talking 120s? Are we talking truly maxed
yeah.
at 200 mils?
I gotta go look it up.
Ah, fair enough.
I bet you it's truly maxed out because he's like, I mean, again, been playing forever. Because back then he was like an all 99 back when like there was no double XPs or anything. He had all the 99s. So let me go and see if I can look his account up.
Hey, before too awful long, I'm going to get into the groove of it. I'm going to get me some 120s. Now I feel like the 120s are the new 99s. If you don't get it, you're just not there. But it's so long, man. Like, just to get to 120, 100 million experience per stat. Oh, gosh. I keep hearing these weird-ass little monsters in this area, and it's so lame.
Yeah, dude, yeah, this is him. This dude has almost 2 billion XP. Okay, I bet you this is him.
Yeah, I don't even have a billion yet, dude. I'm still like over half a
Yeah,
billion.
he has a couple 200 millions and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, I
is it?
bet you this is him. I need to go see if
Yeah,
I still
no,
have
I'm
him.
not even at half a billion yet.
Yeah, I need to. He doesn't have complete max stats. Like he's missing two
Still, he's got good
120s.
stats.
Yeah, he has some 200 millions though, but he is missing a couple 120s. But I don't know if it's him or not, because I bet this. I'll have to find him on Snap. I gotta see if he still has Snapchat. I'm gonna message him and see. But yeah, he had all that shit. He had like the original Santa hats, the Halloween mask. He just kept all that stuff.
I mean, on my old school account, I do have those items, but I'd have to level my old school character for those things to be of any good to me.
I need to.
And I feel like
I
they're not
just-
the same impact that the old versions had on the oldest game.
Well, everyone knows they're worth something too, so they'll probably, everyone's like, whoa. If I get a Santa hat, I need to keep it.
Well, yeah, nowadays you had that mentality going in. Everyone knew to keep it. Back then, not only did not everyone know to keep those items, but there were people who then got the notion to destroy as many of them as they could by gathering as many as they could together first. So when they knew they had gotten them all and that there wasn't many left, they just axed them. Super axe.
I need to go invest in me a Santa. I wish why couldn't I have just bought a Santa hat with my money before I got out?
Dude, I still have the fish mask from way back. And they said those things would never be valuable because they are just ugly and trash. And believe it or not, their value has been creeping upwards. It's like, I can't believe it, the fish mask is not totally worthless. I have like 2 or 3 of them. Because I'd gotten the one I earned. I think I'd bought one off the Grand Exchange back then because they were just worthless.
Now, how much are they worth now, sir?
Oh, this dude's saying like back during the charity events where you could donate to a well, they would donate fast to get even less in game. Ho ho. Yeah.
I need the pink Santa hats. What I need.
Dude, that's what I need. I need all the Santa hats. I need all the Santa hats. I mean, really, I am so pleased with my golden party hat that I will never really care about the other party hats. I don't need this party hat to be the best one in value.
Didn't you key that one?
It is. Yep. I have another one, though. I have 2 of these. You think I walk without 2 golden party hats, friend? Ooh, that hat was so shiny, I got me another one.
I need to probably start keying some things to, you know, make my dude look better. I'm looking pretty trash over here. I'm broke now, so now I'm over here wearing bandos. So I had to sell all my fancy armor.
My homie is a broke bish.
Pretty sure it still says I have like $3 billion in my bank. I don't know where that money's sitting at.
I still feel like you'll be fine, brother. They're gonna figure out you're not doing anything shady, and they're gonna give your stuff back. But until they look into it, how could they?
Like, it's gonna be like 6 months. I'm gonna quit playing and stuff, and they're just, oh, here you go, buddy. Here's your money back. Sorry about that.
Well, still, I believe in you, friend. I believe in you.
Let me go ahead and put some bonds on my card, bro. Just get my money back up, looking good. Oh,
Yep.
I don't even know how much a bond cost.
They're like, I thought they were 200-something million.
Oh, hold up now, buddy. How much one of them cost? Like $5? Nah, that's kind of a lot. I don't know. Actually,
Dude.
How much gold does it actually cost to buy gold anyway?
You're standing behind me. There's someone behind me. Are you the bear?
Let's see. Let's see. How much?
That's a shiny ass bear.
Okay,
so
that's
good.
old school RuneScape. I was gonna say it's about the same just to buy a dang bond. Why would anyone buy?
Are you the one called Kill Me? Kill Me? Have you been fishing here this whole time? Because this is a cool fishing spot, I heard. Aha, okay, well, nice to see you. Welcome in. You should get in on this fishing.
Dude.
It's the most exciting thing in Christmas Village.
You can buy 500
I just showed up.
million.
No worries. Well, hey,
like
I hope you never
$10.
get murdered. Hope you never get murdered, ever. So that's your hardcore, huh? Got a nice skin color going. Got that. I have that too, I believe. I just don't use it. Love the golden armor look. What is that armor? Is that a cosmetic or is that an actual set of armor? You can put a cosmetic. What do we got? Incandescent cape. Oops, I can't see. Oh, that's a nice looking cape too. Incandescent stuff. Alright. Just some cosmetics. Well, that's a good looking set for the golden party hat. I wish it had the same shimmer. But the thing I have is the golden cape. This thing matches perfectly with the golden party hat. But I like anything gold. Anything silver. Super cool in my book. I just need a necklace that doesn't look like Dookie. But I wear the gold outfit from one of those events too. Gold. Well, that's a nice little cosmetic. I'm not a big fan of sandals. I just don't see how in a combat situation they're helping anybody. That's my one bugaboo, man. I would never take sandals into war. Someone's gonna shoot shit at your toes. Like, heck no!